Glad to have you join us on this episode of the Nigerian Navy today. I am Jibrin Baba Ndachi. The Naval Officers' Wives Association, NOWA, under the leadership of its 21st President and wife of the Chief of the Naval Staff, Ajia Nana Aisha Gambo, has continued to record milestones through impactful programs and projects that is uplifting the naval family in particular, and indeed Nigerians in general. In 2022, NOWA President made significant impact on socio-economic, educational, humanitarian causes in and outside naval barracks. This episode of the Nigerian Navy Today shall focus on the giant strides of NOWA in contributing to the welfare of their families, host communities, and more, as well as other regular segments of the program. Please stay with us.
The High Commissioner of India to Nigeria, Shri G. Balasubramanian, and the Defense Advisor, Colonel Ram Singh Lega, on Monday, 30th January 2023, were at the Naval Headquarters Abuja on a courtesy visit to the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo. The visit, among other things, is to further deepen the relationship between the Nigerian Navy and the Indian Navy, as well as the relationship between both countries. The Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, on Friday, 27th January 2023, flagged off exercise Obangame Express 2023 on board the Nigerian Navy ship NNS Kada. The annual multinational maritime security exercise was kicked off with 9 ships and 15 aircraft, including the United States of America's Coast Guard, deployed to the Gulf of Guinea. The exercise is aimed at building the capacity of navies and coast guards towards maintaining maritime domain awareness. Speaking at the flag-off ceremony, the Commandant, United States 6th Fleet, Vice Admiral Thomas Edward Ishii, said 450 participants comprising sailors, coast guards, aviators, and military personnel would be on board the ship and aircraft, transiting within the zones during the period to maintain maritime security, and another 250 personnel to man the maritime operations. Earlier, the Nigerian Navy Chief hosted the Commander U.S. 6th Fleet, Vice Admiral Thomas Edward Ishii, at the Naval Air Base Officers Mess Navy Town, Ojo, Lagos, on 26 January 2023. As part of his continued infrastructural development agenda for the Nigerian Navy, the Chief of the Naval Staff performed the groundbreaking ceremony of the Admiralty Shelter Estate, Topo Badagry, Lagos, on Thursday, 26 January 2023. The Navy Chief on the same day also performed the foundation stone laying ceremony of the Admiralty Shafa Gas Plant, as well as the Admiralty Mall, Navy Town, Ojo, Lagos. And on Wednesday, 25th January 2023, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, as part of his routine inspection tour of Navy projects, inspected ongoing projects at the Nigerian Navy ship NNS Kora, NNS Beecroft, Naval Dockyard Limited, Automobile Workshop, including a snap visit to NNS Ibino in Lagos. The Naval Officers' Wives Association, NOWA, since its inception, has seen 21 indigenous national presidents who have at different times provided leaderships that have helped shape the association into what it is today, from what used to be a small T group of women, wives of naval officers, with the objectives of keeping themselves engaged with one activity or the other, and to render assistance to themselves and the barracks community. Today, NOWA is an internationally known association for its efforts and support to the Navy, its members, the host communities, and the society at large. The current and 21st Indigenous National President of NOWA, Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo, has since her assumption of office in January 2021 brought about a unique style of leadership to the association with remarkable and unparalleled transformative initiatives and projects. NOWA in the year 2022 witnessed unprecedented developments, from healthcare to education to sustainable investments, welfare for members and widows, as well as a distribution of items to the needy. The pragmatic and purposeful leadership of NOWA's national president, Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo, in the outgone year has placed the association on a path many only imagined. NOWA's participation during events that marked the 66th anniversary of the Nigerian Navy and the 2022 Navy Week was a pointer to the fact that the association, through its leadership, upholds its mandate. From the one-day seminar tagged Dealing with Depression held at the Nigerian Navy Secondary School, Port Harcourt, where issues surrounding causes, symptoms, and prevention of depression were treated by resource persons, a novelty football match that saw a display of the athletic skills of spouses of naval officers, free medical rhapsody across naval formations nationwide, and the distribution of palliatives, among others. NOWA was also part of the International Maritime Conference held in One, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, and the grand finale, the ceremonial sunset and dinner. Aware of the enormous potential and benefits of information technology in the medical sciences, especially in the area of diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of diseases, NOWA saw the need to key into exploring the advantages inherent in telemedicine for improved medical healthcare services. In June 2022, the association finalized plans and design for the construction of a 200-bed capacity women and children green smart hospital in Abuja. The project, the first of its kind since its inception, is a direct intervention to support the efforts of the Nigerian Navy to provide quality and affordable medical healthcare needs. Speaking at the foundation-laying ceremony of the DREAM project, NOWA President Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo made a case for the actualization of the project.
Permit me to place on record that this occasion particularly marks a historical milestone in the affairs of NOWA. This is the biggest project to be embarked upon by NOWA since inception.
Performing the foundation laid, a special guest of honor and wife of the President, Dr. Aisha Buhari, represented by the wife of the Vice President, Mrs. Dolapo Oshinbajo, commended NOWA for the initiative.
I'm delighted to be in your midst today to perform the ceremony of the groundbreaking and foundation stone laying for the Naval Officers' Wives Association's Women and Children Green Smart Hospital, Abuja. I'm particularly pleased to be conferred with the honor to perform this all-important task for two main reasons, as a woman and as a mother. This enables me to appreciate the enormity of the challenge this hospital seeks to address. Let me start by congratulating the NOWA President, Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo, and her industrious team for conceptualizing this noble initiative and seeing that it takes off as projected. Today is a very important milestone for the Naval Officers' Wives Association in their quest to construct and equip a state-of-the-art 200-bed hospital that caters specifically to the healthcare needs of women and children in Nigeria.
She emphasized the urgent need for such intervention and the benefits of the project when completed.
The NOWA hospital is envisioned to cater for Nigerian Navy personnel's families, sister services, and security agencies' families within this vicinity and indeed the entire country. It is also gratifying to note the impact this project will have on hard-to-reach communities and rural areas who will now have access to this facility.
Giving assurances of the federal government's continued commitment to the provision of quality health care across the country.
The federal government will continue to intervene in quality healthcare delivery and only recently committed to revitalizing primary healthcare practice in Nigeria due to its impact on rural communities. Let me state here that in the face of dwindling revenues, the federal government welcomes initiatives such as this that provide succor to a large part of our society. I therefore commend the NOWA president, her team, and indeed the entire Nigerian Navy family for rising to the occasion and heeding the clarion call to contribute to the onerous task of nation building.
Like most projects, funding is key to the actualization of the DREAM project, and NOWA made sure it leveraged on its goodwill to seek support towards the actualization of the project. At a fundraising dinner held at the then Sheraton Hotels Abuja, saw a heartwarming support for NOWA leadership and the project. And as always, the man beside the woman whose vision brought together patriotic men and women walked in. The ambience was not in doubt humbling. The support was obvious. Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo, in her opening remarks, reaffirmed the association's commitment to providing access to affordable health care for women and children.
This project, I say, is timely and indeed an intervention to enhance maternal and child health in our society in fulfillment of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 3. Proposed smart hospital will bridge vital telehealth options between patients and healthcare practitioners. It will also provide opportunities to engage local and international healthcare practitioners remotely, as well as cater for long-distance individuals and their families.
She calls for support through collaborations and partnerships to support government's intervention in the health sector.
It is obvious that the government is making efforts, which are appreciated. However, this effort requires additional collaboration and partnership to meet the expected threshold. According to our special guest of honor, in one of the commissioning events, she said, and I quote, "The importance of partnership in delivering healthcare for Lagosians with help government in those countries, with the influx into states being on the increase daily." Unquote. This partnership in delivering healthcare has become necessary because the Federal Capital Territory is equally facing huge influx of people on a daily basis, and without doubt, its limited medical facilities are already being overstretched. Accordingly, today, NOWA is complying with the vision of our special guest of honor towards supporting the government to provide adequate medical care for women and children of our nation.
The special guest of honor, Dr. Aisha Buhari, represented by the wife of the 17th Chief of Army Staff and former Minister of Interior, Hajia Hadiza Dambazal, lauded the vision of NOWA and called for generous contribution towards the actualization of the project.
I therefore urge every friend and well-wisher here present to give generously to this worthy cause. The merit of this project and the memories and the legacy of this vision shall outlive generation and all. According to me, I call on all to donate funds, equipment, and virtual human resources that will manage the medicine aspect of this gigantic hospital project. I also employ on non-governmental and international organizations to support the project with funding, and specifically for the state and local government to partner with the association on this project for the benefit of the indigenous.
The clarion call was indeed heard, and the response was encouraging.
Thank you, sir. We have Alhaji Abdullahi Abubakar Albasu, 3 million naira. We have Dr. Ibrahim Bello Nauda, 2 million naira. Dr. Abdul Majid Mohammed, 1 million naira. Alhaji Mustafa Hassan and Mr. Nura Sayyid both gave 1 million naira each. These two conference donated a total of 10 million naira. Please round of applause for them. We also have the Admiralty Maritime Services Limited. They will be supporting the project with 1 million naira.
Driven by the desire to bequeath the present and unborn generation with sustainable and quality enterprise, in October 2022, history was again made when the association commenced yet another legacy project. This time, the construction of a magnificent international shopping mall in Borokiri, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The project is a NOWA partnership with an indigenous oil and gas firm, Request Oil and Gas Limited. Performing the foundation laying ceremony, the special guest of honor and former NOWA National President, Mrs. Margaret Koshoni, commended NOWA for its foresight, stating the huge benefits of the project to the community and beyond. The NOWA shopping mall, undergoing construction on about 36.75 square meters, when completed, will create a wide range of opportunities for both local and international businesses to thrive. The mall is designed to accommodate about 1,000 lock-up shops, 16 warehouses, a clinic, a jetty, an abattoir, and other facilities. Passion, they say, drives ideas. So much so that a leader without passion will almost likely have very little influence as a leader. For Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo, her experience in real estate development and hospitality enterprise was brought to play in the construction of NOWA Banquet Hall, Asokoro, Abuja. Similarly, NOWA remodeled its existing guest house in Asokoro, Abuja, giving it a new look to enable it to reap the benefits for which it was originally established. Led by her national president, NOWA's presence at the Navy Games 2022, held at the new sports complex, Navy Town, Lagos in September 2022, was not just a show of support, but the association's presence also added glamour to the games. And as part of her support at the closing ceremony, NOWA National President Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo presented awards to winners of the games. Empowering women to be more productive and create income and opportunities that can pave way for the attainment of sustainable livelihood is one of the surest ways to lift people out of poverty. Thus, NOWA, aside from a number of her own programs, participated fully throughout in all activities of the Umbrella Association. The Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association (DPOA), headed by the wife of the Chief of Defense Staff, Barrister Mrs. Vicky Rabo. DPOA Skills Acquisition Training Program for Women, which is held at the DPOA Skills Acquisition Center, Abuja, has graduated hundreds of women who have been trained in one skill or the other. The special guest of honor at the graduation ceremony of some of the batches for the year 2022, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, commended DPOA and executives. He urged beneficiaries to utilize skills learned during the training period. The month of December 2022 saw a variety of NOWA activities. The association, in collaboration with Monomo Foundation, organized a basketball clinic for boys and girls in Calabar, Cross River State. The tournament showcased the emergence of young talents who were honored by NOWA National President Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo. Still in Calabar, Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo commissioned the Science Laboratory building at the NOWA Secondary School Calabar, named after her. During the period, she made sure both staff and pupils of the school had a memorable time with her. NOWA President and executives in December 2022 paid a courtesy visit to the Olu of Warri, Ogiame Otuatse III. The monarch acknowledged the humanitarian endeavors of NOWA, giving his blessings, and also pledged his cooperation to the goals of the association. Besides a successful man, they say, there is a courageous and supportive woman. And when the man succeeds, there is another reason to celebrate him. This NOWA President Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo exemplified. She was, as always, beside her husband, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, during his recognition, the conferment of the award of the Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, CFR, and the Nigerian Excellence Award in Public Service by the Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. It was the same support during the Chief of the Naval Staff Award for the Most Outstanding Naval Chief in Africa at the 17th edition of the Africa Watch Awards 2022 in Banjul, the Gambia. Similarly, Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo's efforts and benevolence for humanity, especially in her Clean Water Project, was recognized by the African Industrial and Development Award as Outstanding Humanitarian of the Year. Also in appreciation of her outstanding prowess in administration, the Governing Council of the Institute of Corporate Administration of Nigeria certified her elevation as an Administrator Fellow of the Institute of Corporate Administration of Nigeria. Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo in the outgone year was also inducted into the United Nations Humanitarian Hall of Fame. Through her exemplary leadership style, Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo has demonstrated a unique kind of leadership that has endeared her to many. Her compassion, commitment, and developmental initiative is placing the association on a path of steady progress, sailing in unison towards the actualization of its core mandate of supporting the Nigerian Navy. In the words of Oprah Winfrey, the world's most prominent women leaders show the importance of honesty, courage, impact, and decisive action in leadership. And for Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo, her vision and commitment to breaking new grounds in her effort at providing relief to members, women and children, especially those in dire need, remains her driving force. And her goals, as always, is to leave a legacy that will outlive her stewardship, a legacy to be remembered by generations to come. With assurances of support from the Nigerian Navy under the sterling leadership of the ever-supportive Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, and friends of NOWA, the year 2023 can only get better.
There is no doubt that Ajia Nana Aisha Gambo is providing the Naval Officers' Wives Association, NOWA, with an inspiring leadership committed to supporting humanity. Until next week, remember that no nation grows without the patriotism of our citizens. I am Jibrim Baba Ndachi. Onward together.